So guys, hi, how are you? Katie here at Tin Shingle. So I decided that I'm going to take you into some of our research and how we do the research in the Media Contact Library, because you might not realize what's in there. And I want to show you what's going on here. It's a lot of Post-its, but I want to tell you that we're going to research a magazine like this, Sift. It's a magazine from King Arthur Flour. They know that magazines are awesome and that there's something to having something in print. So they've been publishing this magazine since 2015. Not only that, but this beautiful, beautiful magazine, so many recipes, so good, chocolate chip cookies, rolls, cinnamon buns, butter, all of it. It does feature other people. It features bakers, artisans, makers, recipe creators, authors. It does. It's mainly a lot of recipes, but I found for you, because I'm doing this new Sunday series at Tin Shingle, like Sunday reading, but it's Saturday right now, but whatever. Hopefully you'll get this in your inbox. So I want to take you through how I do this, because this is how you can do this. So first question is, do you need to have an editorial calendar before you pitch a magazine? I'm telling you no. You know we make them available to our Tin Shingle members at Tin Shingle, editorial calendar, catalog. You do not need these things. You do not. I love that you want them and that you use them at Tin Shingle, and I provide them to you because they are really like enlightening and inspiring. But by no means should they be your main source for pitching a magazine. You can pitch any one you want at any time. So you pick a magazine you want to be in. Step one, you put it in your hot little hands. Hot little hands right here. You put it in your hot little hands on your table. Then you're going to get into a quiet place, zen, and then usually Sundays, but whatever, you can do it during the workday. You know, if you're working for someone and this is your job, is to research magazines, that's great. So like, have a great afternoon, because that's what you're about to do. So you're going to open the magazine and you're going to read it. You're not going to read every word, but you're just going to like get to know it. You're going to get to know the writer of something you want to be in, because the more you get to know that writer, the more approachable they are. They become like your friend, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's where they went to college, and that's how they think, and this is where their life went, and everything starts to make more sense. Then when you go to pitch them, it's much less scary. So let me just show you. Here's the magazine, opening it up. Here are some contributors, but we get into it, and it's like beautiful pages of recipes, mainly done by Susan Reed. She is the editor of this magazine. So you know I'm taken to Google and I'm going to research her. I want to get to know all about her. Susan, really amazing. She's a chef and a writer. She worked in advertising at one point, so I know that her brain is hip to stuff. So I have no fear now emailing her, because she has been there, done that, and I'm still going to get to know her a little bit, but this is the research that we learn about her. Then we put her into Tin Shingle's Media Contact Library with some of these special notes. Not only that, but we tag her in our library with some interesting things, so that even though you don't know about her and you might not have ever read Sift, when you're searching our Media Contact library, you're gonna search for like food, because maybe you make butter. And Susan might come up, and then you're gonna learn about her. And then you're gonna be like, oh, thank you, Idea Center at Tin Shingle. I'm gonna pitch her with my product, like one of these. Let's see, maybe you make wooden spoons, because guess what? Sift has an under 50 gift guide. So like, anyone can kind of pitch it, but you'd wanna make sure it's like beautiful and you have your really high-res photos and everything. But there you go. Let's turn the page. We have a feature here of a baker. And this baker goes to college, the Bread Lab at Washington State University, because I learned that King Arthur has like a flower school, and it's at Washington State University. They have a campus, and they have something called a Bread Lab there. And in 2018, King Arthur made an endowment to this Bread Lab as they research flour and grains and do really good things and make with the food. So this is why there's magazines, so that really like you can learn this stuff about a huge company like King Arthur and like get to know it more and make it be like less corporate, scary, like they don't care. So we're seeing everything they do care about, which is important in the overall scheme of branding. So this gentleman, this baker, he is one of about 4 features in Sift. I've been taking notes, so that's what you need to also then do. You get your book, and you take notes of where in these pages your company would have been a great feature. You look to see who wrote that. Oh, this person wrote that, Posey Brian. So we know that Susan is the editor of the magazine and writes all of these recipes and tests them, and she has like a whole system that she talks about how she does that. But Posey is writing a lot of the features. So this is good. We want Posey, we want Susan. So how do we not forget about them? We go back here to the computer and we get your media contact planner that you downloaded from Tin Shingle that we made for you. And you put their names in here in this little tab down here called People, Media Contact Research. These are people. So these are people you find who are gold gems. You do not want to lose them. So you at least put them into here with like an article you found, publication, a link, anything, so that you can go back and your initial ideas of why that person's a great pitch. Because then you get to know what kind of stuff they feature. Then you're like, oh, my company would be great, and I think I know why. See, this is when you're thinking of the story angle and the hook. So the more you get to know what they write, the easier it becomes to pitch. So I think I had one last question for the people. Yeah, I kind of mentioned it. It was media contacts. These are for you to get ideas about people, angles, and media that you didn't know about before and you hadn't considered. So it's these people like this, we actually put into the big brain of Tin Shingle's media contact library so that you too can discover them, because you might not have had Sift in front of you. After you discover them, you might go to Barnes & Noble or Walmart and buy this magazine, because guess what? You can't even subscribe to it. You have to go to the store and buy it, which is so cool. I think it comes out 3 times a year. So you foodies, add this to your list. But this is a little behind the scenes of the Tin Shingle Media Contact Library that if you are a member, an all-access member of Tin Shingle, you have access to. It is deep. It is always evolving. It is always getting updated. So we're always updating people, but it can be pretty deep. All right, see you later, folks. Have a great rest of your Saturday. And, oh yeah, these earrings, because they're awesome. They're from my girl, Lemaire Clothing, and you know Lemaire, because I'm not going to say that whole name. But that's where she is. That's where you can get them. And they're designed by Tourmaline Home, also in Beacon. These are 2 Beacon businesses bundled into one. I featured them at a Little Beacon blog, these earrings, and like I had to take them home. So I think Tourmaline's gonna maybe make another pair so that you can buy some too if you're local in Beacon, or you could buy it on Lemaire's website. All right, talk to you later, guys. Bye.